I think every filmmaker has wanted to do a film on David Bowie. I think he's inspired most artists, and he's inspired everyone.
It's what you do in life that's important, not how much time you have.
There's so many reasons. He's the most interesting, fascinating artist that's walked the earth while I've been living on this planet. So, I mean, I think every filmmaker has wanted to do a film on David Bowie. I think he's inspired most artists, and he's inspired everyone. I mean, it's not you don't have to be a creative. He's a rite of passage. It's like puberty and Bowie. You know, which comes first? You know, he's the moment when you realize that you're an individual. I will never have a more worthwhile subject. If I could, I would spend the rest of my life working on this film. Alone. I was by myself for 5 years. I didn't have a staff. The way that I approach a subject is, in the first phase of production, I read every book I can on the subject, so I have context. Then I collect all the media on a given subject. I look at it, screen through it chronologically, and themes start to emerge organically. In the case of David, chaos and transience were really his through line. He talks about it in 1971. He talks about it in his last interviews. So once that was established and recognized, it became a question of finding a playlist that would support that through line. There's a Bowie song for every mood and every day of the week. What I learned was not from David Bowie, but from the experience of Bowie, if you will. You know, the movie's not about David Jones. It's not intended to be a biography. But what did I learn from Bowie? I learned how to live. I had a heart attack while I was making this film, and I flatlined for 3 minutes. And I was in a coma for 5 days. And my life was out of control. There was no balance. And David taught me how to live again. I owe an enormous gratitude to David, not as an artist, but as a philosopher who gave me the roadmap to better living. You know, the movie was designed to be in IMAX theaters, so it was very important for us that we sourced film elements. When your films are just archival, as a filmmaker, you only have 3 tools at your disposal to communicate to the viewer. You have montage, you have color, and you have sound. That is it. That's your toolkit. So when I go to a color correct, I'm writing the movie. I'm not trying to get footage to look like it did. I'm trying to get it to feel how I need it to feel in that moment. And so we're painting. We're painting every frame. And in terms of the sound, I insisted that we only use music that we can get the stems, the original music sessions, so we could then remaster those for the cinema to create a immersive sound that allows you to hear David Bowie like you've never heard him before.
Life is fantastic.